broke a couple hours ago, and we were both on Twitter at the same time. And I said, and you had mentioned, hey, this would be a great thing for us to cover real quick. I think I put it in the group chat of ours, and you're like, yeah, let's cover this.
Let's
And
do
this
it
this
right
is pretty
now.
juicy stuff right now.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yep.
And so we are. So we're doing it now. So here it is. We're covering the P. Diddy. I wish this was more of an OJ thing where he was on the run on the highway. That'd be pretty cool to cover, huh?
Well, apparently he's on the run in an airplane. If we could get some sort of drones up there and we can cover a chase, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that up real quick because there is this. I did tweet that out. I says he pulling an OJ, but someone who does tracking of flights. I don't know if that's even legal, but apparently
It
they
is.
do it. It is.
Yeah, it's public record. Yep.
It's public record. So let me put this one group chat down. We don't want to leak that group chat. uh,
Cut it.
cut. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
And so this guy over here, MVO Uncensored and Brunch Boxing co-host Matt, tweeted out. He said, "Breaking: private jet owned by Sean P. Diddy Combs has left the U.S. Combs residents are raided by the DHS in connection with a sex trafficking investigation. The flight path of the plane appears to be headed toward Cape Verde. Cape Verde has no extradition treaty with the U.S., and that's over in the west coast of Africa, if you guys are wondering where that's at."
Yeah. Well, and I wonder what I'm confused about is the flight has only gotten to somewhere around the Bahamas. How does he know that it's like there's so much other stuff that direction? How do you pinpoint this one little island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to say,
For
oh,
sure.
unless Diddy has some sort of ties to that island? I'm not sure. Maybe he owns a home there. I mean, he has one in Miami, we know, and California.
Yeah, and these raids were simultaneously happening, right?
Yeah.
The one in LA and the one in Miami
Mhm.
were both taking place at the same
And
time. And this
multiple agencies as well. This was a big like operation that they had going on. Multiple agencies, multiple locations. It took a lot for them. I imagine when those first lawsuits started to get filed in November, and we'll go into all that. But I imagine they started investigating and planning this then, because it takes a lot to get multiple agencies and multiple locations all coordinated to do something like this.
Right. Yeah. So here's the initial report here. This was brought to us by, this was a Fox affiliate down
Mhm.
here, but this was brought to us by Disclosure TV over on Twitter. It says federal agents have raided the home of American rapper and record producer Sean Diddy Combs. Do they still call it record? I mean, who has records these days? Like CD producer, MP3 player producer, iTunes producer.
Just
Anyway,
music producer.
music
What's
producer would
What's
be
funny is when I first saw this is the first thing that I saw as well. I saw this little house and I'm like, he's got a normal size house. It's actually kind of small. And then they zoomed out and I'm like, oh, that's like the pool. That's like the gardener's house or something.
about to say,
Like
that's
that.
where the servants live.
Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now we're trying to still connect
Let me just pause it for a
the
second.
dots. We do have some.
This is the dude's home. It's like a compound, by the way.
It is a compound. There's 3 buildings
that,
at
Katie.
least there. His pool house is larger than my regular house, by the way.
Yeah, his pool house is definitely larger than my house.
Yeah.
Sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say less than.
Now, somebody was saying that his sons were being detained
Yeah.
by the feds there.
And I thought that was him at first. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of his sons, either Chris or King.